This is a Hoover H-Free 200. It is 22 volts with corded performance and is agile. It certainly is 22 volts. Here is the mains charger to prove it. It probably is very agile, but it certainly doesn't have corded performance at the minute because it doesn't work. But in a bit of a twist, it did. This was dropped off. I sucked my teeth and said, I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything, but I will have a look. And she said, hey, if you can't fix it, bin it. I do have another one. If you can fix it, let me know. And it was working. No, it's not. It literally isn't working anymore. And this LED is permanently lit up on the battery. Take it out, it's off. Plug it in, and it comes on. So something is definitely amiss there. So let's have a look at it and see if we can't get it to work a bit more reliably. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? Yes, I very nearly just messaged her straight back and said, ha, it's working now, who knows what happens, come and get it out of my way. But, you know, I've been busy for a couple of days, and then I thought, well, we'll do a video on it, because it's not the sort of thing that I would ever spend any money on. So, you know, a bit of content for the channel, and yeah, then it started not working again. I fiddled with this to start with, and it just fired straight up, but now it doesn't work at all. Get off of there. Bird. Yes. Don't think Felix thinks much of it. But yeah. So here is a Hoover H-Free. Here is the Hoover flattened drive head. Wow. Looking absolutely terrible. See if we can't clean that up. Fairly stiffish bristles, but I don't think this is going to be a deep cleaning head at all. And obviously the wand. And our charging brick made by Gujang Electronics and Rubber Band Technology Company Limited, 26 volts, etc. And it is fully charged. I did pop it on charge, so I do not doubt that it is not charged. Because again, I was using it. I even turned it on, so I thought it will need a charge. And yeah, as soon as I take the battery out, the LED goes off. So I don't think it's anything to do with the battery. I can't quite see how that battery pack there, look, made by Camoli, is that? Yeah, Camoli, somewhere in Italy. Yeah, whatever. I don't think that's the problem, to be quite honest. It worked fine. I've got a feeling that the issue is somewhere in here, possibly a dirty contact by our switch. And already I can see this is going to be hilarious fun with these blanking caps. Right. Let's take off the bin. How does this come off? I actually know how the bin... Ah, there's a twisty thing. Hang on. Aha! So we'll take off the bin. Buy original Hoover consumables. Yes, you should. And there's another sticker under here. As you are, we're here for you. Oh, that house is reminiscent of something they've used before. Very nice indeed. Then we can take off... Well, here is the mesh pre-filter, then the shroud, and then the cyclone, because yes, it has cyclonic technology, presumably the reject technology that we have seen on so many of these hateful, horrible cordless vacuum cleaners. There is then a post motor filter, which is pretty dirty. I think this sock comes off, and then there's a little foam part in there which all goes together like that, and I would imagine that they call that HEPA. I don't know. I don't care. Right, this is going to be fun. I'm going to pop these off camera, and then I think we're going to have to just... I imagine the front's going to have to come off. I'll take those off and the front off because that's just some screws and you don't need to see that. And then I'd imagine we'll have to hunt the hidden screws to get this casing apart. Here we are then. The aforementioned screws are out. And, oh, we're going to have to lose the ratings plate. Or at least, are we? Hang on. No! Ah! I forgot. Okay, well, there's 2 screws under here. Don't forget, I've never done one of these before, but it's not proving too difficult yet. Certainly not worth busting out the Makita, all 12 volts of it, because this is only the screw 5 and 6 anyway. Right, that comes off. Oh, that was obviously just the housing. What else? I imagine that rubber seal is going to get in the way. Right. That is off. There we go. So look, there is an inside. Is there an outside? No. So you could possibly put that in back to front. So there's the front part of it. I thought there were electrical connect. Yes, there are. The prongs in the one look must go into that socket there. That's fair enough. That makes sense. Right, I'm going to now guess that with the handy screw bit, moulded in, so this is obviously the way to go, we can take off the stuff. Look, there's 1, 2, and then and then a screw. Yes, this makes sense. Now it's just a case of which side do we pull off. I'm going to say this side, because there it goes. Inside of a Hoover H-Free 200 is right there. God, look at that. Is it doing a good job? Now I want to concentrate on here, because I can't quite see how it could be anything else. How does the trigger work? It's just a momentary push switch. Nothing really untoward about that at all. Even that, all that does is that. What is wrong with you? Let's take these 2 screws out. There is also a metal sensor. There, where do you connect to? Oh, you're just in the that'll just be an anti-static strap then. That's a bit boring. Oh, pin. There we go. There we go. Yeah, these aren't renowned for failing, but I guess it's not beyond the realms. Let's give it a test. Nothing wrong with that, is there? It's a shame. What have we got down here? There is a little tiny circuit board. You're going to just come out, or we're going to have to pry and hope that we don't snap anything. I think I just have. Nah, it's fine. Battery comes into this little daughter board. I see nothing really wrong with that. The camera's certainly not focusing on it, but yeah, I don't see anything really bad there. We could probably pop this out another level. We can, they're just beefy clips. Hang on, let me get a better purchase, because I'd also try not to put this through my finger. Don't fancy doing that tonight. I don't like poking under these circuit boards. There we go. No, I don't think they're any bad. I mean, I'll have to turn the camera off and have a look, but there's that. Look, our little power circuit board. Found it, I think. Going for everything. This just falls out. Whoops. And we'll unplug it, because we don't need that. Look, I wonder if that could be our issue. I mean, that's kind of a bit suspect, isn't it? I don't know what we'll do about it, though. I think the first thing we'll do, look, 2019, look, first thing we'll do is give it a bit of a clean up. So there is our problem. Look, our little R60 chip there. That's a bit shiny. Can't do much about that. It's got a coating all over it. Is blowing. It's not actually gone pop yet, but if I just pull back a bit, you'll see, and you can see it more on the background, that whole side of that board is just a slightly different shade, as if it's been getting really hot. And yeah, that chip is basically blowing itself apart, and I would not deny that it looks a bit suspect that it's probably a big power smoothing chip, because, oh, why are you not focusing? Come on, this is an important bit. Focus. Yeah, it comes roughly straight off that massive power smoothing triac. So, I don't think it's going to work, but we, or I, shall pop it back together, come back into focus, and yeah, there you go. We'll get it back together and well, see if it works. Simple but fiddly is how I would describe this, and I've realised that I've actually forgotten to put this part on, although that only sits at the back. That's fine. I've not connected the battery yet, because this is going to do anything. It's going to do it fairly quickly, because that IC chip is obviously, yeah, look, the light is on already, and that can't be a good thing. Nothing, and yet it was working. It's on. We know the switch works, but no, I think whatever happened, whatever use I got out of it was it, and this is now rubbish and fit for the bin, sadly. I mean, the battery's probably some good. I might put it in the charger on eBay, but who knows. What I did notice whilst I was doing all this, as an aside, is this floor tool, and I quite like the way the brush comes out of it. Look at that, there's just a little plastic flap, and you can very easily just put the brush roll in, slide it down and do the clip up, and I think that is lovely, really lovely. Right, well, that's it for this pile of rubbish. Sadly, we tried, it was oh so close, but when you get down to that level, there's just no point at all. That will need a donor machine, and these are rubbish anyway, so don't bother. But for now, anyway, it's another job diagnosed and unfortunately scrapped. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and but not this, will see you soon. Bye bye.